space in Lagos. All right, so we've been doing a whole lot, and we talk about the innovations that are coming on board. But today we've got something new that we'll be talking about. It's called the Certified Accreditor Program of Buildings. So we're examining the Certified Accreditor Program for Buildings in Lagos. What does this initiative say? What are the prospects of you really tapping into this initiative, and how can everyone be part of this? These are many more we'll be reflecting on, but first, let's have a word from our partners, and when we return, it will be time to begin the conversation.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits, and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the state operative development plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Ajumosheni, announcer, Lagos State Government.
Build right on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Traffic-wise, Obalende Ikoyi end is very good movement from Simpson Bridge, Dunfin Bridge, connecting Osborne Foreshore inwards Bayokoko, looking good. Also good movement from Bayokoko towards Golden Gate, but it is slow movement from Golden Gate heading towards NNPC. You've got some fuel dispensing activity within particular corridor that's responsible. NNPC inwards Akin Additional Bridge looking very good. Falomo roundabout inwards Awolowo Road, that entire stretch down to Unicon roundabout are looking very good to go for now. And then Falomo roundabout inwards Bodilon, also good. Alexander Road, the link bridge there towards the roundabout inwards Gerald Road, Parkview Estate, down to Gerald Roundabout is looking very good. We'll be giving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. But right now, let's sink our teeth into the conversation. Right. So at every point in time, if you have any issues or any clarifications that you want to get from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, there is an app. So just go to the Google Play Store or the Apple Store to download the MPPUD app. Okay, just search for MPPUD app and you can download it, and then that would give you some clearer direction on how you can get the right information that relates to the physical and urban space of Lagos. Today on the program, we're examining the Certified Accreditor Program for Buildings in Lagos State. And joining me right now, I have Engineer Oluseye Olarewaju. He's a director and district head. That's district head for the Oteri Kate LCDA with the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Nice to have you, Engineer Oluseye. Nice to have you in the building.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity.
Wonderful. So let's talk about this new initiative. I understand it's something new
yes, it is.
that the government is coming up with.
Yes.
Certified Accreditor Program.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is. So you are correct.
What's this initiative all about?
Okay. The Certified Accreditors Program, CAP, in short, it's a public and private sector initiative or synergy to help to complement the efforts of the Lagos State Building Control Agency in regulating the built environment. So there are certain criteria, there are certain things. These will be participants. Like I said, they are private sector participants that will be coming on board, partnering with the Lagos State Building Control Agency for better and effective management of the built environment as a whole.
And someone will be wondering, why is the government coming up with this on at this time?
Okay. In any given year, we have more than 5,000 ongoing constructions scattered throughout the state of Lagos. This doesn't include buildings under renovation, buildings undergoing remodeling or restructuring, or even distressed buildings. So in order to complement the efforts of the State Building Control Agency, we do not have, the manpower. So the government, in its wisdom, and the government is listening, decided to open up the space and allow qualified and registered professionals to come on board to help sanitize and restore, this built environment.
Right.
We want to eliminate completely incidences of collapse and shoddy construction, and ensure that only professionals are involved, in building or any development whatsoever.
So first off, it's to shock or perhaps bridge the manpower gap that is existing within that sector.
And also, like I said, to eliminate any form of building
Quackery.
collapse. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because, some of the collapses, all the collapses that have happened in Lagos State, none of them have been staged by the Lagos State Building Control Agency.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, one of our functions as an agency is to, besides a screen of drawings, like when you want to obtain an approval, you bring in your architectural, structural, mechanical, electrical drawings. We vet and ensure that it's fit and it's acceptable. After that, upon obtaining your approval, you're meant to proceed to the Lagos State Building Control Agency to collect the documents we called authorization to commence construction.
Oh.
So before any stage, starting from the setting out, you're meant to inform formally the Lagos State Building Control Agency that, yes, I've obtained my approval, I want to start. So we'll be involved with every stage of construction.
So I have to notify you anytime I want to start building?
Yes, you have to. That's the law.
Why is that necessary?
It's just to ensure people are doing the right things. You know the nature of human beings.
Because once I get my approval, isn't it right that I can just go ahead and commence building?
No. It's against the law. You have to write and formally inform the Lagos State structural drawings for your slab. If it's written there that you have, or for your beam, for example, if it's written there, you have to put 3x16 at the top and the bottom, because people always trying to cut corners. Some developers, they then use what is not in the drawing. So we are there to ensure that, number one, standards are maintained and to prevent collapse.
Right.
So it's important you inform LAPCA officially when you've obtained your approval, so that we can start with the building process right from the foundation, right from setting out to completion.
So is it not possible that some of your members could still come around and still get kickbacks, and then still we go ahead with the illegal construction?
That's not the case. We are a professional agency. Again, like I said, people do not come to us. That's why you always see we have a lot of monitoring officers all around the 20 local governments and 37 LCDAs going around ensuring that standards are met, things are done in the proper and right channel, and again, just ensuring that there's sanity. We do not want anyone to die. The loss of any life is regrettable, and so as an agency and as a state government, we're ensuring that sanity is maintained.
So let's talk about this cap. So now that the government is broadening the space, how is it going to work? We're talking about the certified accreditors program.
Okay. The advert was out on the 30th of May in about 3 national newspapers. So for would-be participants, there are 2 categories you can apply as, either as a group of professionals or as a consortium. So for a group, that you have to have minimum of 5 registered professionals that can come together. So you could have architect Tamadu, civil engineer Lakashekbe, mechanical engineer Michael, the town planner, the geotechnical engineer. They can come together and say, okay, we want to participate, and then register. Then we also have the category of the consortium. That's a group minimum of a group. That's 2 companies, CAC registered companies. That's important. Okay. They can come together and then say that we want to participate in this program, and then you just obtain the form or an expression of interest form, and the process continues.
Right. Now this CAP initiative, is it a year-long thing, or it doesn't have any time frame?
The process just started. So once you are interested, like I said, come on board, obtain the expression of interest form. It's going to be a continuous term. Okay. So for an initial term of 5 years, you obtain your form, but it's renewable every year. You just keep paying.
Right.
But certain locations will be assigned to the lucky or the successful applicants, and they then perform 3 major functions. I'd just like to explain that.
All right.
They will be involved in screening of drawings.
Okay.
They will be involved in the stage certification process, like I just explained earlier, and they will also be involved in the monitoring exercise. So while in the conduct of the activities, while they are moving around, and they then see a building ongoing or a remodeling or a construction, they could easily just escalate the construction to the relevant authorities. Exactly, and the necessary enforcement action will be taken.
Right. Okay, so if I have a Michael BC construction enterprise,
Yes,
and they want to plug into this program, can they specify the locations that they want, or you're the ones that will have to allocate those places to them?
in the forms that they would receive, they would include their office address. So that would be the best way to allocate where they will be functioning. So, but at the end of the day, it's the discretion of the agency to allocate persons, because we all know that it's just like Ibejileki area, it's a fast developing area. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't have the same number of the CAP participants like you have in maybe Agege or Surulere or Ikeja or other well-developed areas. So again, depending on the applications we have, we'll be better placed to assign the participants.
All right. Okay, so now if I have a building project, does that mean I have to go to this group, this initiative? If there's a consultant that's registered in my neighborhood, will I have to go to them or still have to come to LABCA or come to the government?
Okay. There are 4 work categories that we've explained in the advert. Category 1, that's for specialized projects. That's projects like stadiums, massive warehouses, complexes.
Those are huge projects.
Yes. Category 2, that's 15 floors and above.
Ooh.
Category 3, that's 7 to 11 floors. Category 4 is 1 to 6 floors. So any of the would-be CAP participants can register in any of the categories they
feel they have the capacity.
Exactly, because there are minimum requirements. I think it's all stated in the advert. I think 10 years post-qualification, post-graduation experience. You have to be registered with the relevant professional bodies, whether it's Koren, Akon, Kubon, Toprec, NIOB. You have to be registered. So we just don't want anybody just coming in. We want people that are dedicated.
Does it matter the number of people that are registered under that particular company?
There's a minimum of 5. 5 if you are coming together as a group.
Okay.
If it's a consortium, it's a minimum of 2. Oh. So they can decide how best they want to group themselves to come to apply. But there are, like I said, there are registration license, their current practicing license, everything will be required of them, including evidence of past work done. Because we want to be able to verify that the things they are claiming are actually the things they've actually done.
All right, so does the ministry or your agency, do you have the capacity to monitor all of this? I mean, if you register like 50 consortiums, 40 construction companies and all of that, do you have what it takes to really ensure that you do your proper oversight on all these groups?
Okay, thank you for the question. That's why, we said that while they are coming on board and, there will be an undertaking that they will be of utmost behavior. They're professional ethics and ethos at the end of the day. So trust me, we would have the capacity to ensure that whatever it is they're doing, they're also not cutting corners, because that's the reason why we are bringing them on board as well, to help us checkmate excesses and activities of scrupulous developers and restore the sanity in the built environment. So we do have the capacity, we will have the capacity to monitor and supervise them. All
right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning we're examining the Certified Accreditors Program that's for buildings in Lagos State, and my guest is Engineer Olusheye Olarewaju. He's a director with LABCA, that's the Lagos State Building Control Agency. More importantly, he's the district head of the Tirei Kate LCDA. All right, we're going to take a short break right now. When we return, it'll be time to expand the discourse beyond the studios to also have your input this wonderful morning. The same numbers, same social media platforms, 08091207777. That's the number. Or perhaps you want to send a WhatsApp message, feel free to do so On Facebook, it's Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Twitter at Lagos Traffic 961. That's talking about X at Lagos Traffic 961. By the way, this program is streamed on our YouTube channel as well as on Facebook. A brief break. When we return, we'll hear from you as well.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the state operative development plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Ajumosheni, Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 6.1 FM. Build Right is the program, and I still have with me Engineer Olusheye Olariwaju of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, and we are really examining the Certified Accreditors Program for buildings in Lagos State. It's a new initiative, so you want to plug into it quickly. Ibejuleke corridor, I understand it appears cloudy within that particular corridor, but it's having very, very good movement from Eleko Junction down to Eleko inside, looking pretty good. Both in and out of Akodo General Hospital from Eleko is also very good. And then we can tell you traffic is generally calm from those particular corridors. No major worries driving through that end. All right, 08099120777. That's the number that you can call, 09153 877127. These are the numbers that you can reach us. All right, so for this Certified Accreditors Program, Engineer Olariwaju, how much does it cost and where can we get the forms?
Okay, you can go to LAPCA headquarters. That's at Works Yard Road.
Okay.
Via Obakinjobi Way in Ikeja GRA. It's the finest building on the street. You wouldn't miss it.
Works Yard Road.
Yes, in Ikeja GRA. Yes, in Ikeja GRA. Okay. So when you go there, go to room 101, first floor. Room 101, first floor at the LAPCA headquarters, and you obtain the expression of interest form. It's just 250,000 naira.
Okay. 250,000
naira, then you obtain the form. You take the form, fill in all the details, and you then come back. The form, thank you. Right. The form, like I said, the advert came out on the 30th of May, but it's open from the 3rd of June to the 12th of July. Okay. So you have about a month and a half, yes, to obtain your form. Because it will be closing. Submission closes on the 30th of July by 12 noon.
Wow. So everybody must take advantage of this one before the window closes.
Yes.
All right. Message here for you says, hello, Traffic Radio. It says, Engineer Olariwaju. It says, my name is Shegun from Fagba. So can you explain the process for consultants to express interest and become part of the Certified Accreditors Program?
Okay, the first things first, like I said, is to go to the Lagos State Building Control Agency headquarters at Ikeja GRA, via Obakinjobi Way, and obtain the expression of interest form. You pay, a non-refundable form fee of 250,000 naira. There, even in the on the adverts, there are the requirements. The requirements that you need to have before you can apply. I'll just read some now because I have the advert right in front of me.
All right. So just tell us some of the requirements, what is required for those who would like to be part of this. What should they do?
Yes, the first thing, a covering letter summarizing content of the pre-qualification documents, number 1. Number 2, the consultant or company profile indicating your qualifications and experience of each key personnel. Your company certificate of incorporation in Nigeria, if it's applicable to you. Because like I said there are 2 categories, whether you're a group or a consortium. Your certificate of professional license, your current year professional practicing license, attestation from the respective professional registration bodies. We want to know that you are actually registered with these professional bodies. Evidence of the last 3 years tax clearance by the directors or individuals. Evidence of last 3 years development levy for 2 directors. Your evidence of last year registration. Evidence of professional and technical staff or experience of the key personnel of the firm. Your evidence of registration or renewal with the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency, that's PPA. Evidence of specific experience in similar assignments in the last 3 years. So if you are saying that you want to go for category 1, deals with stadia and large complex projects, you have to provide evidence of such or similar assignments you've done in the past.
All right.
And lastly, a sworn affidavit confirming that all documents you have submitted are authentic. So these are the requirements you need to have before obtaining the form and before applying.
All right, then build right on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 08099120777. This one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. First off, I need updates on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. And my question for your guest is, what measures are in place to ensure transparency and accountability within the CAP? Fumilayo is sending this one in. All right, so what measures do you have? But for Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, you still have it good at the moment, Fumilayo. So if you want to head that direction, it's still looking good for now. All right, go ahead.
I'd like to better understand.
Let's take this call.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Kayode from Bagada.
Kayode from Bagada, go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to ask Engineer Bolushe. He has mentioned the services that will be done by CAP, horizontal to horizontal.
Right.
But I would like him to expatiate on the financial packages. How do these companies get funded?
How does what? How does what?
How do these companies, how do they get funded for the services they're providing for the government?
Oh, very good. All right. Thank you so much, Kayode, for that one. All right. So he says you've talked about the requirements, but how did the companies, how are they going to be funded for this particular initiative of CAP?
Okay, that's a valid question. I mean, we don't expect them to do this for free. So right now in the application process, when you're obtaining an approval, there's a fee called the state certification fee, which is 35% of the processing fee that LASPA raises.
Okay.
So for those that will be interested in participating in this CAP experience, there's an additional 35% that will be levied that will be used in offsetting and paying for their services. Of course, everything will not be released at the beginning. It will be released in stages. So there's a certain percentage will be paid for the screening process. After screening, another percentage will be paid for the state certification process. Then at the completion of the project, the final payment is made.
All right.
So all that has been taken into consideration.
So there's a sustainability cushion that has been put in place as well. All right, so the question that was asked by Fumila says, what measures are put in place to what measures are in place to ensure transparency and accountability within the CAP? Okay.
Is that for choosing the CAP professionals that will come on board, or when they started their operations? I just want to need clarification on that.
All right, so Fumilayo, you need to put in more clarifications. This one says, greetings, Victor and engineer Olanwaju. What criteria will be used to select the consultants who will participate in the CAP? Stephen is sending this one in.
Okay,
from Ibeji.
After all applications have been received, there will be a shortlisting process. So we'll have, of course, officials from the Lagos State Building Control Agency, certain officials from Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, officials from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, and even from the relevant professional bodies, like I said, Koren, Arcon. So it's going to be transparent and open. There isn't going to be a man, no man method here.
No mago.
No. It's
So
going
it's not
to
the
be
case
open.
of say this person knows Mr. Victor. So.
No. That's why we're bringing in, these people from the professional bodies that will be part of the, the selection process. So we will look when you submitted the application. We will look at it. What experience do you have? What are the key personnel you have? What kind of projects have you worked on? So it will be based on the information you have supplied. And of course, like I said, we're going to actually ensure that what you're saying is right. We're going to try and authenticate some of your claims.
Right.
To ensure that you're not just lying to us.
So you do some fact checks.
Exactly.
And background checks.
So based on the information, we will then know who and who to put in certain categories and locations.
All right, let's see. This one says, greetings, Victor. I think we just asked that question, right? What criteria? Yeah. There's another one here that says, good morning, Engineer Olanrewaju. My name is Adiola from Ikeja. In your view, what would be the most significant change brought about by the Certified Accreditors Program in Lagos State built environment in the next 5 years? All right, this is Olanrewaju. Okay. Olanrewaju sees your namesake actually.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Adiola. The most important thing, like I said, we want to eliminate any form of building collapse. That's the goal. We do not want to lose the life of any Lagosian. That's paramount to any government, because the responsibility of the government is the security of lives and the welfare of its citizens. So once that is achieved, we want to bring professionalism and sanity into the built environment. We do not want a situation where Babarisika just comes and says, I've been building for 10, 15 years, I have all the needed experience, and he then comes and starts building. We do not want that. We do not want quacks. We do not want unprofessionals in the built environment. We want sanity. I want a situation where buildings currently being constructed can stand the test of time. They are structurally safe and sound for human habitation, both for present generations and future generations. We do not know where our children or our grandchildren may be. It could be the building you compromised or you look the other way. In 30 years, that may come down. So we want to eliminate any form of building collapse. So that's our goal for this initiative, the Certified Accreditors Program.
All right, let's rephrase on this, Eric. So when is it beginning? When is it ending?
The application forms are out right now. Like I said, the advert came out on the 30th of May, but the forms, you can pick it up at the Lagos State Building Control Headquarters in Ikeja GRA or Bakinjobi Way from the 3rd of June to the 12th of July. But submission, like I said, closes on the 30th of July by 12 noon. Just go to the Lagos State Building Control Agency Headquarters, room 101, first floor, at by Oba Akinjobi in Ikeja GRA and pick up the form after paying the non-refundable fee.
All right. So once you've done that, you can begin the process.
Yes. There'll be a process of, like I said, shortlisting. If there's need for interviews, that will be done.
Right.
So at the end, we'll then decide who and who. Then, of course, after the participants have been done, there'll be some sort of training for them to know what LABCA as an agency does, because it's going to be a synergy.
Will all of that be completed before the end of this year?
Yes, that would be. We intend to kickstart as soon as possible once all the processes have been done.
All right. So I'm just hoping that all of this will lead to some kind of transformation,
Definitely.
of
That's
the
the
built
goal.
environment. All right. So we'll be able to scrutinize the real relevance of this CAP initiative. It's called the Certified Accreditors Program. So what's your message for people right now? Those who are interested, what should they do?
If you are interested, now is the opportunity to go and obtain the forms. We should not be just onlookers. We want to participate and ensure that especially the professionals, that our environment, our sector is being well regulated and being well policed. So this is a chance and opportunity to participate effectively and be rewarded, of course, handsomely as well.
All right, then. We'll leave it to that for now. Engineer Oluseye Olanrewaju, it's nice having you
Thank you
in
for having
the
me.
building.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And I hope that you'll be back someday, especially when we want to do a review of what has really gone down with the CAP initiative.
Anytime.
All right, then we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so the program has been produced by Mike James. I say a big thank you as well to Olaoye Olusegun, who is a Director of Public Affairs for the Lagos State Building Control Agency. I also want to appreciate Akintola, that's Akinsoya Adetola, who is a Chief Public Affairs Officer for the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. All right, then to Oluremi Aluko and the Opoemi Shonike of our social media unit, we do appreciate you. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day. Bye.